Libra, hi. So this is going to be a reading for February 20th through the 26th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there's an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Libra. Okay. All right, the overall energy for the reading, it seems to be the common overall energy for the collective. The Fool. I feel like you've gotten this recently too. I don't know. But definitely open. Everybody's open these days. Everybody's like, yeah, bring it on. Life, you know. Not a bad energy to have. The greatest. That's the point of all of this, which is great that you have that. But we'll see more when we clarify. In the recent past, the Emperor, the Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups. So there's love here. There's a person that's right there attached to you. They seem to be taking the role of the provider somehow. I don't know if that's been assigned from the get-go by you, by them, by... I don't feel like it was. It wasn't like an explicit, hey, you go be the provider now. I don't feel like. But it kind of looks like almost like they took on that role or something. Where it's shown up as if you were counting on them a lot. From that perspective, you know, the material perspective, they got it. Everything that's happening there, they're on top of it, you know. Because you are looking in the current situation, the Nine of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords. There seems to be a lot taken away from you from that perspective. You know, kind of like, I can't do this. I can't do this on my own, kind of a thing. Quite stressful, almost in search of your own independence, you know, kind of taking off and flying on your own kind of a thing. But you seem to be a little defeated in that way for some reason. I don't know. In the immediate future, the Ace of Wands, the Hangman, the Ten of Cups. Someone wants to take action here towards something that might potentially bring a lot of happiness, but they're not doing it. And I get that someone is you. They're not doing it yet. Let's clarify. Kai is, I don't know if I told everybody the story of getting them more used to the crates, so I actually put them all out here. And slowly but surely, Juno and Felix are okay with the crates now, because I keep on, you know, telling them, hey, it's okay, and then I give them treats next to the crates, and it actually works out, because, as I said, Juno and Felix are quite comfortable around them. But Kai hasn't been anywhere recently. To the doctor, I've taken Felix, I've taken Oscar, I've taken, you know, so there's been commotion around, okay, I keep on taking them. And Kai was the observer of that. And ever since, I can't get him close to a crate. And I'm like, you've never even been in one recently. He's like, yeah, I've seen you. You take others away. You bring him back eventually, but you take him away. So, he's quite a goofball. And now I play some treats for him because I saw him lurking. He's sleeping in one of them, but when I go closer to them, he runs. So I put some treats in there, and now he's going in there, taking the treats out, eating them. It's just a goofball. Because I'm not there. Probably he's like, okay, I'm safe. Mama's not here. For the Fool, you get the Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Hangman. Well, Felix wants to come up. Yeah. Hey, baby boy. What's going on? What's going on? All right. So you're kind of finding yourself in quite the pickle here in terms of there's something you really want to get done. There's something that feels like, you know, you want to put some energy someplace here. Come on, Felix, make up your mind. So there's an energy that wants to come out, you know, to the surface. You want to do something about something. The problem is you're not doing it yet. And again, it's showing up here in the immediate future. I'm not sure why not yet, because you're not, I mean, with the Hangman, you could be telling me, hey, you know, I'm trying to kind of look at the situation from every angle possible. And okay, I can give you that, but there's a little bit of resistance on your side attached to that, where I'm like, it's not only that. It's not only that you're trying to look at things from different perspective. There's something else in the way there that's not allowing for this energy to come out. And it's on your side, of course. It belongs to you, whatever this resistance is. But I'm not sure what it is yet. I'm not sure. I just see it there. Let me do the Emperor in the recent past. The Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles. So I'm not sure who this is or was or still is. I don't know. Because I see them kind of in the past. Like whatever happened there with whoever this is kind of a done deal. Like they're of the past, basically. But again, they come in with a role of provider, which even if it's just the slightest little bit, it feels like somehow they created the foundation on which you lie upon or from which you took off or something like that. There's something tied up to the foundation that they were a big part of. And now that they're gone, it's kind of like on you kind of a thing. Looks like that a little bit. Again, not that that has been assigned. It's just something that's been transferred as that energy for some reason, you know? I see the loss there. I see the, okay, now I gotta pick myself up and go from this position of pretty much on my own here without this part in my life or this person, whoever. But it's almost like a role assignment or, you know, transference of energies here. Let's do the Two of Cups there in the recent past. The King of Wands, the Justice card, the Ten of Wands. Yeah, the need to make it right. The need to keep it all in balance, all in check. And I have no idea why, but it feels like a role, that role has been placed on you. Not explicitly, but somehow. It's feeling hard. Kind of like, oh, now it's up to me to keep it steady, you know? I don't know. Let's do the Ace of Cups. King of Swords, Ace of Cups, the Moon. Yeah, the transference of that energy. It's taken from one part and placed on you. Again, nobody talked about it ever. Hey, when I go, you get to be in charge here. No, it doesn't look like it's been passed on like that. You know, it's not like that. It's different. It's just how the energy moved in that way. Or how you pulled it towards you without even realizing that you are. You know, or maybe how they transferred on onto you without realizing that they are. I don't know. I have no idea what the hell is going on here. But someone's in charge, and I feel like that someone is you after this energy is out of the picture. Not a bad thing. You got what it takes here. You know, it may feel heavy, it may feel like you don't, but you do. So let's do the Nine of Swords in the current situation. The Ace of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Sun. The problem here would be that sometimes you're lacking patience through this process. So whatever it is you're taking on, you're like, okay, let's get it going. Let's get it started. We'll do this. We'll do that. We'll do everything to make it work. Like, when do you estimate it's gonna be like there? where it needs to be, this situation. 5 minutes, is that enough? You know, like, whatever you're taking on. There's a sense of rushing through it. There's a sense of, I need to see this achieved, like, you know, yesterday. I'm not sure why, because that's creating a lot of stress here. The energy is flowing pretty fast. You know, there's no, oh, it's barely moving. No. But you gotta allow it to move it there. You know what I mean? There's definitely a sense of anxiousness to this. I gotta get things done, and I gotta get things done now. Who says? You know, who puts that pressure on you? Because it's only you that's doing that. There's no rush to this. And the energies, again, they look fine the way they are. If you just let them go where they need to go, they're even gonna lead you towards happiness here. You know, towards happy results. Let's do the King of Pentacles. Almost like you want to grow up in a day. You can if you force it, but why would you? There's a natural flow to this. For the King of Pentacles, you get the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Wands. Sometimes you want to give up because it's too hard. You know, it's like it gets too difficult. It gets too hard. And a lot of what makes it hard is this. Let's rush it. Let's be there tomorrow. Tomorrow at this time we'll be there in that place of, okay, I got everything under control and everything is fine here. You know, yeah. Try to feel your way a little more through this, because the thinking doesn't help here. The thinking doesn't help through this process. And it's a process of, maybe you are stepping into that place of, you know, feeling like you've got this and feeling like you're on your own and something has been left upon you to carry on or something. I don't know. Or even if you have to do something for yourself there. What's up with the pressure? What's up with pressuring yourself like that? You know? Because it is coming from you. You could look outside and be like, no, that's pressuring me, that. It's yours. Ultimately, you respond to all the pressure outside of yourself. You know? Let's do the Ten of Swords. You do have a sense of giving up here. The tendency to do that when it gets too hard. And it gets too hard when you make it too hard. You know what I mean? Ten of Swords. You get the Emperor, the Five of Wands, the Four of Wands. And then the anger comes up. Like, why has this been left upon me to deal with and to sustain, to make something work? Why is this put on my shoulders? I have no idea why. This looks very similar to, I'll give you an example because I'm not sure exactly what this is, but it looks very similar as an energy to what I've experienced personally with something which I'll talk about. But this could be anything, you know, and it could be that you took this upon you without even knowing that you did. It could be that, again, it was transferred upon you without them knowing that they did that. So it's one of those things where it's not showing up very clearly. It's just looking like a transference of energy, or something has been put on your shoulders, like now you're responsible of this kind of a thing. So when, with my example, when my dad passed away, I took on the role of the provider that he had without knowing that I did, you know, and I started worrying to such extent about everything and, you know, what's going to happen with my family and what, that I'm like, I'm my dad. And I'm like, no, I'm not my dad, but I took on his freaking energy. He passed it on to me. And it's interesting because it does go in the direction of, if this was the case for you where there's an energy that's been passed on, could be a generational pattern here that you might be able to break if you choose to, you know? So could be something like that, where you picked up something that was left behind. Not necessarily for you, but sometimes it happens that it falls onto us in order for us to break those patterns. You know what I mean? So it's very similar to that in the way that it feels. I'm not saying that it's your dad. It could be anything, anyone. But I do see it as a transference of energy from one energy to another, you know, onto you. And it feels a lot sometimes to deal with. And it's probably because you're trying to copy whoever dealt with this energy to begin with. And that's not the point. The point is to break that. That's why it's feeling heavy at times. Let's do the Ace of Wands in the immediate future. The Six of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Page of Wands. All right. You may have support here. You may have your allies through this situation. There's a soul connection that's showing up. They're showing up with a lot of love and support. And they're just there, you know, by your side, definitely, as you go through whatever this is. There's definitely exchange here of energies, especially of love, through this connection. Interesting. Let's do the Hangman in the immediate future. The Tower, the Eight of Cups, the World card. This is an energy of giving up on something. It sucks because it's the energy of giving up on you. It looks like your heart is going in a particular direction. You're all for it, but then at some point you just stop yourself as if, I don't have time for this. I have bigger responsibilities. I have bigger stuff to deal with than this. And that, by doing that, you're rejecting that part of yourself that's quite important, if not the most important part of yourself. Putting that to the side and you're like, I'll deal with you later. You just put yourself to the side. You just threw yourself under the bus there. You know? As if what you feel and what you want for yourself doesn't matter. And again, that's not the point to this. Quite the opposite is the point to this. Let's do the Ten of Cups in the immediate future. Kai. Kai. Since when are you... For the Ten of Cups, you get the Two of Swords, the Temperance card, the Queen of Wands. Yeah, whatever this is, this situation with the soul connection that shows up, that could be very supportive for you as you go along through this experience, because this is, you know, the main one that's playing out. Something shows up here, or something is already attached to you, but it is attached to your heart. So to what's really important to you. You push that to the side, kind of like, I'll deal with it later, but the more you push it to the side, the more you push yourself to the side, and the more confusing just about everything you're dealing with gets. You know, whatever you're experiencing gets more and more confusing, and you don't know why, because you just put yourself aside and you continued without you. Everything is confusing. You don't know who you are in there, you don't know what you want as you proceed through life with you to the side. If you told yourself you don't matter, then none of it really matters, you know? And it all starts to get very blurry, very confusing. Like, why the hell am I even doing this? So pay close attention, because this is a pretty powerful energy you're dealing with. And it's not one of those where you deal with it in one day and you're done. No, it's going to play out for months, even years, whatever happens here. But when something shows up tied up to you, you know, remember to put yourself first and to not put yourself to the side. Even if you're dealing with hardcore stuff here, you need this to deal with this. You know what I mean? You need you. And you need to make yourself a priority and important through anything that shows up. You'll deal with this as it plays along. You know, but this one here, your heart, what you feel, what you want, don't put it aside, because it's not going to help. It's just going to make things very, very difficult and very complicated. Let's see what the universe has. The Two of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. This is a confusing energy. Why am I doing what I'm doing then? none of it makes sense. None of it, like I keep on giving energy, giving my everything to one direction, but I don't even know why I'm here and why I'm doing this, but I keep on doing it, okay? Kind of like on autopilot. Because at some point in your life, I feel like this is not the first time this energy shows up for you, where you put yourself to the side. You know, so I feel like it's going to show back up again so that you eventually choose yourself. And when you do that, you're going to find purpose in why you're doing what you're doing, anywhere you're doing it. So get that this is an energy that's going to come back to you. Pay attention next time it comes around. You know, asking you to give importance to yourself. Give it. So that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.